Every morning, 140 families travel far and wide to come here. From Oswego, Illinois to Waterford, Wisconsin, and everywhere between. Some families driving as long as 2 hours one way. Willing to travel the distance because for the first time, their child has a future. To be a part of a community and have friends. Place to learn and thrive, be challenged, and be loved for who they are. So when you turn 22 years old, you age out of the public school system and all support just stops. There's no more therapies, there's no more education, there's no more job skills training. Everything just ends. So unless they're able to get a job at a grocery store or find a day program that can meet their needs or find possibly a residential facility that they can live their adult life in, they just go home. There's this huge gap that Matthias is trying to fill between all of these options here that are a career, college choice, and then there's a nursing home or a state-run facility where you don't really leave and that's your home for the rest of your life. Just because you end public education, you don't stop learning, you don't stop growing, you don't stop thriving. And for a lot of these guys, they've just started. My name is Liz Pumala, and I'm the founder and CEO of Matthias Academy. After teaching for 17 years, I had students from 3 to 22 years old, and they had some significant medical needs and some behavioral challenges. And after watching them graduate and have no future, I just decided that this needed to happen and we needed to give them a better option. So we had our first parent meeting in January of 2019, and I presented the idea of what I wanted to do, and I just pretty much invited them to help me do this. We had no space, we had no money. I think we had $100, and 86 families jumped on board, and we started this whole process. January of 2020, one of the board members brought me to this old, rundown, pretty gross facility here that was empty. It was not ideal. It was I can call it ugly. And it was all wrong. I pretty much said no right away. This is not going to happen. This is not where I'm putting this fantastic program in a building like this. And the more I thought about it after leaving, it was pretty clear that this was going to be our home. Honestly, the best thing that could have happened to us was COVID hit. Everybody was sent home. And when they were sent home, they all came here and they grabbed a paintbrush and they laid carpet. And we worked that entire March to August on this building, and we made it actually beautiful. When we first opened that September 2nd, there were 14 on the first day. 17 staff, 14 students. It was COVID, everyone was isolated, and we wanted to be the light because everything else was so dark. So through social media, we pretty much showed everybody everything we were doing all day, and we wanted everybody to see how great this was going to be. And as we grew and as the word got out and people shared, how wonderful this place is and how wonderful the staff is, it just exploded. At the end of 2021, we were closer to maybe 40 students. We really grew. And at the end of 2022, we were doubled at about 80. Once we started approaching the over 100 mark, we knew we had to keep growing. We couldn't just say, okay, this is it. This is all we've got. This is all we're going to help. That's it. So we started to look at different facilities that were just empty, that we knew we could make them beautiful like this place. And then less than 2 miles away, 88 acres with a church and a house was for sale. We went through and we thought, okay, we can make this place just as great. So we purchased it in April 2023, and pretty much the next day, all of the parents showed up to cut the grass and start painting and start tearing things down. And through about 6 months of all volunteer labor, we moved 47 students over there to the 83 campus and built classrooms, and we started our gift shop there. It lasted about 30 seconds, and then we knew we needed more classroom space, so we then added another location for that. Watching the growth it's incredible.
Throughout the day, we try to hit at least 4 meaningful locations. We're going to the sensory room, the break room, out in the community, the gym, the gift shop, anywhere that we can do something and get out and go. We really like to be on the move. We have a lot of really artistic guys in here, a lot of really smart guys. We do a lot of the academic stuff, a lot of art-based stuff, do a lot of moving too. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun in here. Yeah.
So Sigma, we have mostly power wheelchairs. Most of our students are nonverbal, so they use communication devices. We try and find things that they don't get to do often or things that they've never done. Like we've went fishing, frog hunting. We just went and TP'd another frat house. Just fun things like that they might not get the opportunity to do. So we really focus on fostering that independence for our students, encouraging them, trying new things, things they might not think they can do or they might not want to do when they try it out. They actually really love doing most of the things we're doing.
So we have a lot of students here that aren't verbal and can necessarily communicate what they're feeling, what they experience, and sometimes they are able to take their experiences and put it into a drawing, put it into a painting, put it into mosaic, tile art, whatever they want to do to express whatever experiences and stuff that they've been through. It does help with the students' self-esteem, especially when they come in here and they create something from scratch that they know that they did all by themselves. Even if they had a little bit of guidance from me, they still take so much pride in that. And it's such a beautiful thing to see when they get done with art and they go around and they want to show everybody hey, look at this painting I did, or this drawing, or I made this little keychain, and they're so proud of it. It makes them feel good. I feel like we all deserve to have that experience of being proud of something that we create.
4 years ago, when we started Matthias, Liz asked me if I'd be interested in servicing our students as far as doing haircuts or do eyebrow waxes for the students. I've done highlights. It's like a real life salon. We have a shampoo bowl. We got the wax machine over there. A haircut to somebody is so simple, but to some of our students, it can be, a big challenge for them. A lot of times when I get done with a student's haircut, they get really excited to go back to class because the staff always is like, oh my God, your haircut looks amazing. And the students are always smiling, so. We have a wide array of students with medical needs here. We have students with seizures, we have diabetics, type 1 that need insulin, G-tube feeds, medications, and behavioral support with medications. Most of the time when you're aging out, you're going to go to a program that's either not going to do feeds, if you have a G-tube, pass meds, manage any diabetic care. And if they do take you, it's going to be very minimal. So here we're able to take students who have trachs and who need nurses to suction them. We're able to take students with really bad seizures who can't be managed at a regular day program. Most likely a nursing home is where they'd end up.
Some of our classrooms have some heavy, challenging behaviors. They might have trouble communicating with their words, so they communicate with their hands, with physical violence without meaning to. If you can't identify your own emotions, it's really hard to learn to regulate them.
Every behavior is a form of communication. It's just trying to figure out what it is that someone might be saying.
We're a family of 5, 3 boys, twins, that are 2 years older. Luke is our youngest. One of the best parts of our family, everybody will tell you that. But it's always been hard because they don't have services and people don't understand the type of autism Luke has. We'd been kicked out of every school. He'd run away. He'd scratch people, bite people. We hospitalized him the first time at age 5 for, he used to choke his brothers when they'd get home from school. At age 5, they used to say, you need to put him in residential, you need to put him in a group home, and nobody really believed me because it was a lot of behaviors happened at home. But the doctor always saw this happy, great kid. He loves school, he loves a schedule. You'll meet Luke and he's the happiest kid and he's so great, but when he's not, it can take up, I have a picture of like 9 security guards holding him down for a blood draw in the hospital because when he does turn, it's fast and it's scary. And then during COVID, it was really tough on him. You know, the stopping and the starting, he just be like, school please. And when that didn't happen, we had to hospitalize him and we kept him in the hospital for 90 days. He was restrained to a hospital bed. Security guards would come up and let him out of bed while we were there. They wouldn't let him get out of bed with just me because he had attacked me so badly when he wasn't in restraints. Finally, my other 2 boys said, Mom and Dad, enough. And so the security guard then came and said, you know, Mom, you can't take him home. It's just not safe anymore for you. And I sat there, or my husband, every single day, all day long, calling different facilities, trying to find a place for him. So we took him to Tennessee to a licensed residential school, and leaving him there was, so my husband and kids could tell you, heart-wrenching. I think God cried nonstop for 3 weeks, but then he ran away. He was at the school and he ran away and no one chased him because they didn't have enough staff to. Luckily, a police officer found him. So then he came home and I had to move out of the house because he comes for me. And when he attacked my husband, we had to put him in the hospital yet again. And I found one school in the entire country that would take him. And that was called Shrub Oak International School in New York. I called them, and I'm always honest about our situation and about the type of autism Luke has, because I always feel like people see what's on TV, and they think that's what everybody's life is like. What's Luke's unique talent? And I'm like, brightening everybody's day, like with that smile, and he's awesome. But no, this is kind of the type of autism nobody really knows about. And then for 2 years, I spent 2 years traveling all over the country to try to find a place that would take him long-term, because I knew he liked the school day. And I thought if he graduates and comes home, it could start the whole routine of his aggression. And I heard about Matthias. And I met with Liz, and I told her the entire story of Luke, and she's like, no problem. It's fine. we'll love him here. He'll fit right in. And I just started, I think I cried the entire time. Just thinking I finally found a home for him. Lily still couldn't believe she'd take him. I don't think I still believe it, and he's there. And but then I just started volunteering while he was in New York and getting involved. And I just saw the kids on the property. I'd be painting with parents over when the new property was built, and I thought, oh my God, I think this is it. Like, he'll fit in here, and take him, and if something goes wrong, we'll handle it. He is absolutely thriving, and he's like a totally different kid. He's super happy. We haven't seen any aggression, and everybody's like, finally, we can all breathe knowing she's accepted and loved. We can't be more grateful for Matthias for caring for these kids. There are no places like this, like in the country. And I can say that with experience because I've traveled the country looking, and they just aren't out there.
To be able to trust somebody with a more challenging adult so that you can take a breath and you can not be worried. Am I safe? Can I be alone with my child? I mean, that's something that I don't think anybody should ever even have to question.
I was so grateful when I found out that Luke would have a chance to move into the Apollo house. And what we told him was, you're moving into your first apartment, just like your brothers did. And it was like he accepted, wow, this is my next transition.
To be able to offer not only the day program, but to have the residential option, it makes these parents able to start their life, able to live their life, able to breathe, able to know that their child is so cared for and so loved just as much as they love them, but yet they're safe.
Everybody, wants to be able to take care of their own kid. And you think nobody's going to be able to do it like you do. And they can't, of course. But Matthias is close.
After talking with the parents and understanding that they too deserve a little bit of independence, my whole mindset shifted and we started the residential program. I don't want to live with my parents when I'm 26 years old. A lot of people don't, and these guys are exactly the same. They want to live with their friends. They want to live in the community. They want to be out and about.
When they walk in the door, it is the best part of my day. Their faces light up, and they're just so happy to be home and relaxed. But they still have structure. They have structure here. They have structure during the day, and I think that's important to their lives.
It's a regular house in a neighborhood. There's probably one in your neighborhood and you might not even know it. There is staff there 24 hours a day. The staff rotates and does all the care needs, all the shopping needs, cleaning needs. They go out to dinner, they go shopping, they go to different activities. The need, it just grows and grows. I think now we've hit the point that we have parents that are older and they are frail themselves and they are caring for, these adult children who are in their 40s and their 50s. And that's too much to handle physically, mentally, emotionally. Just that weight that's taken off of them to enjoy their adult life as well, so that they can take care of themselves for once, because they haven't ever.
He just fits in. Like, we just feel finally at home. I sent pictures of him super happy out at the park or on the bus. He's been super happy when we brought him home. He was happy all weekend. It was the first time I took him by myself in a long time, like anywhere. I'm almost speechless as to just how my heart is healed, how grateful we are.
Both campuses are full. And Our waiting list is hundreds, and we need more space. We have many that are in the area that are just waiting for that phone call. And at this point, we have too many waiting, and we have to just stop. We have to build more. We have to get them in. And then once we're ready, we can open it up again. Next at 83 is to add 4 more classrooms, a wood shop so that the students can make different items and sell in the gift shop, a garage for our bus to get the oil changed. Right away, that's going to take 30 off the wait list. We have to get these guys in. We have to give this relief to the parents. We have to give just the opportunity. We want to reach those that are just waiting for that phone call. The only way we can do that is with your help. Whether it's volunteering, whether it's financially, whether it's getting the word out and reaching out to somebody who maybe has the means to help so that we can get these new faces in.